established nothing of the sort.
So, in the simulation, when you die, you just kind of go back to your pod and wait it out until the next loop happens.
When you die in Canada, you die in real life.
And Canada's the simulation.
Meh.
That's why it looks like a maple leaf, huh? Anyway.
Yes.
Okay.
This will probably get locked off as soon as we, we finish this chapter. This will get locked off behind a combat or something.
The lights in this era stay on at night.
I wear my sunglasses at night.
My glasses are my sunglasses, actually.
Oh, we've got the transition lenses.
Mm-hmm.
Neat.
Yes.
No point in
Those came up while we were doing photos on the family vacation. My dad has transition-less lenses, which don't work great when you're trying to take photos outside, it turns out.
The footage he showed us is allegedly from the future. If it's real, then all I know for certain... Natsuno-san. Get it together, Keitaro. She certainly is quite... Yes.
Her refusal to wear pants is very distracting.
Cheerful.
She certainly is quite yes.
But right now, I have more urgent matters to tend to.
She may be a 10.
Chihiro. She was acting
She may
like
be a smash.
different person. Design engineer. Controlling the system. What was she talking about? Chihiro.
So the problem is, Kid Chihiro here apparently now has the memories of 2188 Chihiro. That's not going to cause problems.
That's not terrifying in a lot of ways.
What's happened to her? Chihiro Morimura? She's the original Chihiro? Is there no going back to the way she used to be? Chihiro.
I see you've been using this notebook for Final Fantasy.
Even if I do bring the system
Yes?
back home, how can I bring myself to fight? The ones I swore to protect are gone.
Nope, that is not Final Fantasy.
Huh.
According to the history of this era, it has indeed been 40 years. But this era doesn't seem to be based
Little
on the
goody
era I'm
two-shoes?
from. The two
No,
are
it was
connected.
timestamps for a
Perhaps
thing.
this is
Okay.
time travel after all. Back in 1945, everyone but here, and there's no historical evidence. It reminds me of a concept the idea of two similar Natsuno-san, I'm not sure why, but I really want to hear her voice right now. Could she still be a...
I mean, she's pretty cool. She's into aliens, she runs, she has a robot buddy.
She is an alien.
Cat. Cat.
Cat.
Cat.
Fluffy.
No, we can see that one.
Natsuno-san's over there.
That one's also a simulation, but it's not a simulation of a simulation. Go figure.
We have not established it's a simulation.
That
No, they're
dude's
not.
hair is a simulation.
What's the hurry?
Miura-kun. BJ's gone.
Oh
I'm
no!
pretty sure he's lost somewhere by himself. If he's caught, we'll never see him again.
We have to protect the boy!
The boy!
Let's split up and find him.
Alright, gang, let's split up and look for
He couldn't have
clues.
gone too far. Maybe he's inside one of the school buildings.
BJ and Natsuno will act
Then
as
you search the
bait.
buildings. I'll search the campus perimeter.
Okay, I'm on it. Thanks.
DJ 1105, are you alive? We've got some work to do now.
Oh, is that why they put the 5 in there?
No, I don't think so. We can do nothing or we can look for BJ.
Yeah.
One of these seems more productive.
One of these seems like work.
Did you see
But
that fly
BJ.
went back behind the North School building? Think it belongs to the radio club?
It was all boxy and weird shaped. Didn't look like a
You
helicopter.
think a
to
box
me.
is a weird shape?
So
It is for an
Helicopter-
RC
Yeah,
thing.
for a helicopter.
behind the North building.
Oh.
That's where the old school building is.
You got the Scooby-Doo theme song stuck in my head.
It's a very catchy theme song.
No sign of
Yeah.
him.
Damn it, now I have the pup named Scooby-Doo theme stuck in my head.
Sounds like rotor blades.
I haven't heard that one in a long time.
BJ go Bert.
Are you trying to draw attention to yourself? Natsuno-san's worried about you.
Keitaro Miura. I've been scanning for you from overhead.
It me.
Well, that's fortunate. I've been looking for you, too. Is what Sekigahara said true? Are you... me?
That's correct. I am Keitaro Miura.
At this point, nothing I hear should surprise me anymore.
You just voiced the player's opinion very well, I think.
Why do
Fuck
you look
it.
like this?
Yuki is the fucking tree over there.
Destroyed. I died. I had to take your place and fight in the Sentinel. In order to do this, I was resurrected as an AI.
I mean, we've seen something similar happen before.
So you've been using a Sentinel to fight off those monsters. That's what you're looking for, right?
Correct.
Then how did your AI end up in this scout unit?
There was a malfunction in the Sentinel. So I uploaded a part of myself to this drone. However, 72% of me is still wrapped inside the Sentinel.
I'm only working on 28% power, man.
Does Natsuno-san know that you're me?
We didn't get a chance to meet in the previous world. I'm very fond of Natsuno. It's best that she doesn't know.
Oh.
She'll figure it out sometime.
If you're really from the future, then you must know
Here it is.
what's going to happen.
My experiences are all from past events.
Past events?
Yeah, we've seen that before, where
Time
he...
is relative. Even with future technology, time travel is impossible.
You've already cottoned on to this.
Yeah.
We never traveled through time.
But you're Keitaro Miura from the future, right?
I'm an entity that used to be Miura. Before you. I located the
You are a
I
simulation.
can now access all logs.
So the rest of the footage is available.
Promise me. Before the final invasion begins, you'll research the logs and figure out a solution. Chihiro Morimura's plan. Operation Aegis. It will lead you all down a path of destruction.
Chihiro's plan?
Promise me,
Why are you asking me this?
because I'll be gone soon.
Morimura-san, is all going as planned? All issues have been resolved on my end.
She's so
4 sectors are ready for the
old.
final phase. The remaining one is at roughly 70%. Sectors? Their structures are similar to these colonies. So that's what I've been calling them. So we'll have 5 sectors then? I've chosen not to divide them based on orbital positions. Instead, I've separated them by historical eras. I've been meaning to ask, why don't we create a residential district of the present day? The decision was made to start over. From a time before the world took such a terrible turn. Before the nanomachine incidents? Perhaps humanity
The
tasted
infection.
the knowledge too early. When it was being decided how far we should go back, we couldn't come to an agreement. So we ultimately settled on preparing residential districts by era. I've always wanted to live in the 20th century before the war. So this works out perfectly. However, some resources of the era are quite old. Accurately reproducing them might pose a difficulty. I don't think I can do it with confidence. That's fine. As long as our civilization survives, I'll be happy. Once it's completed, just one district will be the size of a city. It'll have a bustling population of 1.2 million people. We have more residential areas than we originally planned. Miss Karabe's hands are going to be awfully full. I'm sure everything will be finished on time. I have to get back to work. Understood.
So they were supposed to stay in the simulation.
We didn't establish.
I don't think they were supposed to stay in it. I have a feeling that it was just supposed to be... I have a feeling that they did something as a test run, and it was supposed to eventually turn into a full-blown habitat. The problem is I've got puzzle pieces that I feel should be fitting together, but they're not. And now he's locked behind Takatoshi. Okay.
It's all coming together.
It is all coming together.
I'm annoyed that a very specific thing hasn't been dropped yet.
What are those?
What or what?
The numbers.
On the
1, 2,
right?
3, 4. Yeah.
Those are the sectors, I would assume.
Yep, it's showing you what proportion of events happen in various sectors.
If you look, it's got Sector 1, Sector 1, Sector 1. And then here we are in Sector 2, or no, Sector 1. But it's kind of... You can see the big blip that's kind of going up and down now.
Yeah.
And it kind of shows you which sector they're popping up in.
Sector 4 is so full.
Well, that's 1980s. That's where we've been doing the majority of the game.
Yep.
That's what I thought. Look at them go. The plot's starting to make sense.
God, I'm just missing so much motivation and so much so much of the small details that it probably won't do anything about revealing until the end.
That we're in a simulation?
I mean, besides...
We haven't established...
I mean, we're obviously in the simulation, but it's... What purpose does the simulation serve?
What purpose does the simulation serve?
You're assuming we're in a simulation.
Because we are.
We haven't established.
But we are.
Meh.
Yeah.
God, what was in that one scene?
Jeez,
What exactly did they say about that scene? I have to go back and look at it. Damn it.
What scene?
There was a scene when Rinya watched some logs. And it talked heavily about... It talked heavily about Shikishima acquiring Newman Incorporated, and then a whole bunch of Newman executives getting arrested and brought up on charges.
Like Morimura?
Looks like Morimura didn't get brought up on charges, but she was an executive of Newman. I think we established that game. I think that was established a few times over.
World. So the first loop or 2188?
I would say the second loop.
The second?
Yeah. Could be the first. And don't get me wrong, but I'm going to guess it was from the second. Because right now, the only evidence that the first loop existed doesn't have anyone in it except for Juro and Chihiro. When Okino the world was collapsing around them and they were in the big mainframe / UFO thing. Okino transported them to Sector 0, where they were stored as data. And then their illusions were created in the next loop. And that started this whole thing, really, as far as them trying to get out of it. I just love how this basically goes, yeah, time travel! We've been blowing smoke up your ass this whole game.
By the way, that thing we've been telling you we've been doing the entire game, we've been lying.
Yeah.
You fools! You've been deceived! 1.2 million people live inside the simulation!
No, they live in here, in the residential dome. Not the simulation.
That is a simulation.
Itchy ear.
It's a different... Why are the kaiju here?
Well, they tore apart
A facility that simulates.
They basically tore apart the simulation, piece by piece so far.
Meh.
Anyway.
We established previously that somehow the kaiju are Ryoko 2188's fault.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't know the details of that, other than she was pissed off at Ida 2188.
And because of that, she wants humanity to die.
Yep.
And if I'm right, Tetsuya betrayed her by doing... No, wait, that's in the simulation.
No, he betrayed her in 2188 outside of the simulation.
Yeah. He betrayed her both in and out. Well, wait, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. He betrayed her both in the simulation and out. In the simulation, he betrayed her by doing everything for Tomy, and as a simulation, we don't know.
Yep.
We haven't established.
But yeah, it's pretty clear what would have led her to believe he betrayed her in the simulation. Outside of it, who knows?
We'll
We
figure
have
it out.
almost no information on Tetsuya in 2188. We have almost nothing on him there.